I don't know what's going on with my camera. I didn't do this. Okay, this I think there's some weird connection issue. Deactivate, activate. There we go. It's all good. It's all done. Don't worry. Okay. Well, that was just a little bit weird, wasn't it? I think I need to get like. Was that on the camera? This is some sort of weird white flash. I think I need to get a new cord for the mini HDMI. Well, anyway, what's going on, guys? Mr. here. Hope you're staying happy, healthy, and hydrated. And welcome back to another weird, creepy, spooky video. Some strange things gonna be happening in this one, I'll tell ya. So, no matter what it is, I enjoy learning about things I don't know about. It's what learning is. If you're not sure, find out. So, usually I'll be doing, you know, looking at some paranormal videos and some weird, strange things, conspiracies, sky activity, UFOs. But today we're gonna be just looking at, you know, just some facts. Some weird facts about the Earth and things in it. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. Anyway, I gotta turn this ISO down a little bit. I think I'm a bit bright. There we go. Okay, so we got this article here from BuzzFeed.com, everyone's favorite website. So 34 horrifying facts that I really suggest you don't read. Well, you clicked on this, so here you go. Don't complain when you have a nightmare tonight. There are about 40 supervolcanoes around the world capable of claiming up to 1 billion lives. And we're about 24,000 years overdue for an eruption. Oh my God. One supervolcano in Yellowstone National Park has a magma chamber that could comfortably fit in the city of Tokyo. It could go in Tokyo comfortably, is what it said. Yeah, well, I mean, you could have just used the word it would just fit. Good. Bad. It would fit really good in a bad way because that's not nice to think of. There's a brain-eating what? There's a brain-eating amoeba, is that how you pronounce it, that lives in the lakes and rivers of the southern United States. A single-celled organism travels up the nose to the brain where it starts to break down the tissues. Well, thanks, nature. I put my trust in you. I tell you that whenever I go outside and touch grass, I'm thinking, man, this thing loves me, don't it? It ain't never gonna kill me. If it killed me, it's up to me. I ain't doing nothing. It don't want to harm me. What? Okay, yeah, well, that's nice to think about. Sudden arrhythmic death syndrome, oh, that sounds terrible, is a condition where someone seemingly healthy dies suddenly with no apparent cause of death. No cause of death can be found in about 1 in 20 cardiac deaths. Okay, maybe it's to do with something in the water. There are over 250,000 deaths a year. I just had to make sure I'm recording. Sometimes I forget to press record and I think I am, and I'm like, wow. I can't recreate all of that. There are over 250,000 deaths a year due to medical error. Wow, that's over 684 per day, according to the 2017 study. That makes medical errors the third leading cause of death. Is it really an error then? I mean, if I accidentally dropped my glass coffee cup on the tiles on average twice a day, I'd say I need to think about that a little bit more. Space is freezing cold. Sure, the sun is there, but the baseline temperature out there is 2.7 Kelvin, which is minus 270.45 degrees Celsius and minus 453.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's pretty cold, isn't it? That said, the first thing that would kill you if you found yourself out in space without a spacesuit would be the lack of oxygen. You'd be out after 15 seconds and fully dead after 19. Well, if you think about that, that's actually not too bad. I mean, you can think about quite a lot of important things within 15 seconds. And yeah, sure, you're going to be in extreme pain and you're going to be in a bit of shock as well. But I mean, you probably got time to think about some stuff. So, I mean, thanks, space. Very nice. All right, hippos can't swim or breathe underwater or float, but they can run/propel themselves across the water floor, which allows them to do scary things like this. Oh, it's like a truck just charging you. Oh yeah, nah, you wouldn't want that, would ya? This is why you never mess with a hippo. Look at that. It's a submarine with a heart and teeth. Oh my God, and a heat-seeking nose. Look at that. I mean, they look nice enough, right? Like, besides that, they look like you could probably sit down and have a nice conversation with them and they would understand. But I guess that just goes to show, like, you can't trust some people, can't trust some animals. Hippos, who knows? All your friends might be hippos. They might be out to get you. The air you breathe in a train station is 15% human skin. That's a percentage. That's, oh, wow. Why train stations? Oh, I guess there's a lot of weird people in there and a lot of skin. Ah, man, yeah, yeah. Ugh. Speaking of skin, you'll shed about 40 pounds of it in your lifetime, and your skin can shed at a rate of 500 million cells a day. How did they count that? How do they know? How do they know? They're gonna know. How would they know? That's weird. All right, cockroaches have been recorded eating human flesh, both living and dead, as well as fingernails, eyelashes, feet, and hands. The American cockroach and German cockroaches are more likely to bite humans than other species. That's fine. Okay, yeah, well, we got some, that evens out. That's fine. We got some pretty bad stuff over here in Australia too. Apparently our cockroaches aren't likely to bite you though. Some scientists believe the average person eats 5 grams of microplastic in a week. That's more or less what a credit card weighs. So you're using this thing to scan and buy these things, and you just ended up buying your card. Eating it, I mean. Yeah, okay. Well, grain waves. How much? Well, it's not going to tell me that it's got microplastic in it, is it, mister? Protein, fat total, saturated, trans, polyunsaturated, polyunsaturated, monounsaturated, carbohydrate, sugar, dietary fiber, sodium, and also 1 credit card's worth of microplastic. There you go. Crocodiles can gallop. Yes, like horses do. Are you kidding me? All right, YouTube, here we come. Crocodile galloping. Cuban crocodile galloping compilation. Okay, they got a whole compilation of this stuff. Oh yeah, wow. Oh, isn't that cute? Look at that. Wow. Look at the tail go on that. He's happy. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I'm coming for you, Mark. Oh, mate. Oh, the tail whip too. He does tricks. Look at that. Oh, that's a cool looking croc. Wow. Isn't that cool? That's amazing. You know, I kind of knew they stood up a little bit, but I didn't know they'd like full on gallop. That's cute. My cat does that when he's happy. Not to say I'm gonna get a crocodile, but I've always wanted one. There is a rogue black hole in our galaxy. It's 5,000 light years away from Earth and has a mass 7 times greater than our sun. Isn't our Earth like 14,000 times smaller than the sun? And this thing has a mass 7 times greater? Hold on. How many times smaller than the sun is the Earth? The sun is 8... Yeah, I don't know, something like that. It's widely believed that your hearing is the last sense you lose when you die. Great, so you can hear the whispers of doctors. Studies have shown that patients may still be able to hear what... Oh, that's true, is it? Oh, fuck that. Oh, Thomas, yeah, he had a channel named Mr. I mean, I'm kind of glad he's dead. He was a bit of an idiot anyway. He never took anything seriously. Thanks, Doc. I can still hear you. What is that, a flea or something? Scientists predict that a body submerged in deep water will be skeletonized in less than 4 days. This is particularly due to the fact that they get swarmed with amphipods, which have been seen... Why is it scrolling by itself? Which have been seen devouring pig carcasses during their studies from the inside out. Fir trees can grow in human lungs. 28-year-old patient named Artyom Sidorkin reportedly inhaled the seed of a fir tree, which had been sprouted and grown in his lungs. Doctors thought they were dealing with a tumor and were stunned when they made the discovery. Wow. Yeah, I've heard about that one before. There's also a little old wives' tale kind of thing. Maybe it was just where I'm from and who I lived with, but I was told as a kid, you swallow the seeds of your apple, you're gonna have an apple tree. And I'm thinking, fuck, you want me to eat fruit, but now all of a sudden I'm scared of it, mum. Anyway, there's a 1 in 3 chance police will never identify your killer if you're murdered in the US. NPR reports criminologists estimate that at least 200,000 murders have gone unsolved since the 1960s. That's just 200,000 murders since the 1960s unsolved. How many in total since the 1960s? That's a lot. The reports revealed that during the period from 2019 to 2021, an average of roughly 440,000 deaths worldwide were due to homicide, more than conflict-related or terrorist killings combined. Am I all right? Is this safe? Why? Humans, stop it. Okay, if you've got a problem with Jimmy stealing your fucking TV when you're not at home, well then just lock your house even more. You know what? Locking a house doesn't even work. Who cares? Yeah, murder people then, fine. If the sun exploded right now, you wouldn't know about it for another 8 minutes. Yeah, I knew this when I was a kid. I used to think I was smart. I'd tell my friends. They would be like, you see the sun up there? And they'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, did you know if that blew up, you wouldn't even know for 8 minutes? And they're like, how? And I'm like, because it's 8 million light years away. Is that true? 8 million light years away? Something like that. Something. I thought I was smart. The energy from the explosion would be traveling at speed of light, which means it would take 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to the earth. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 20% of children report hearing voices. 20%. Having an imaginary friend may be a child's explanation of hearing these voices. 20%? 20%. Okay. I'm just saying, okay? I don't think it's imaginary. A lot of weird things. Have you ever just thought about what a dream actually is and how a dream works? I wouldn't be surprised if somehow something is talking to us, okay? It just wouldn't surprise me. Thomas Argrove, a homicide archivist, estimates that there are over 2,000 serial killers at large right now. According to his records, there are over 27,000 murders that aren't even in FBI files. Well, that's not many compared to how many people get murdered per year. 27,000? That's fine. I mean, we got the majority. Then again, a lot of them aren't even figured out. In fact, former chief of the FBI's elite serial crime unit, John Douglas, said in 2015, a very conservative estimate is that there are between 25 and 50 active serial killers in the United States. And he's doing this, so you know he's serious. According to a report based on the Radford University FGCU serial killer database, in 2015 there were 30 serial killers active in the United States. If a serial killer is defined as having killed 2 or more people, whereas there were 15 active serial killers if a serial killer is defined as having killed 3 or more. Why am I, did I read that wrong? I'm confused. Over 80 million bacteria can be exchanged in one kiss. People who are in long-term relationships are more likely to have the same types of microbiota present in their mouths. That photo looks sticky. Stop it. I can even see a strand of spit on your lip, Margaret. Stop it. Get away. Botflies. Botflies are a type of insect whose larvae burrow under your skin. Yeah, look at the little teeth. It actually kind of looks cute. During that time, you can see them move around underneath your flesh, living their life, enjoying it, and not paying rent. Yeah, great. That's not the only bug you need to worry about. Japanese giant hornets have a bite that can leave craters in your skin or even cause death. That's right, they fire meteorites out of their asshole and leave craters on your skin. They're also attracted to human sweat, so there's that. They don't actually fire meteors, okay? I'm here to talk about the facts. I'm just a little bit sarcastic. But yeah, they'll do some bad stuff to you. About 1 in 50 people in the United States currently have a brain aneurysm that just hasn't ruptured. I believe I do. It's about 6.5 million people. That's a lot, yeah. Now, I've had a lot of head injuries and a lot of stress and tension and stuff like that, and I get these weird headaches, and I should probably go to a doctor. But you know, I'm just hanging out here. I'm on Earth. I'm just doing my thing. And a brain aneurysm ruptures about once every 18 minutes. Around 30,000 people suffer from ruptures each year. I mean, that's not, you got more of a chance of being murdered and the police not figuring out who it was than you do about having a ruptured brain aneurysm. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah, I know about this one. There are over 200 dead bodies on the top of Mount Everest. Because retrieving them is such a risk, they serve as markers for other hikers. The most common cause of death at Everest is an avalanche. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I think there's actual photos. I don't think they're gory. They might not be comfortable for you, but this video is about creepy stuff. So, real body photo on Mount Everest. Okay, here we go. I'm going to assume these are real. They're not gory or anything, so I don't see why they shouldn't be here. Okay, here's one named Green Boots, a pretty common one. Now, the cool thing about these is, unfortunately, these people have died, yes, but they do serve as important markers. So when you get to Mr. Green Boots or Mrs. Green Boots, I don't know, then you know you're at a certain altitude, and often people have camps, I'm pretty sure, nearby, not right near these bodies, but at these areas, they'll know, okay, maybe we should set up camp here. Yeah. pretty interesting stuff, I reckon. What is going on there? Oh, it's shooting blood. Yeah, I know about that. I thought there was a needle going into its eye. That's not a good thought. Horned toads can squirt blood out of their eyes. It's very helpful to get debris out. Yeah. I mean, it would be, wouldn't it? Horned toad shooting blood. Let's have a look. Sorry about the sirens in the background. A lot of weird stuff goes on here. Stabbing, shootings, people yelling, crackheads just running across the road. It's probably what's happening. Yeah, look at him having a good old munch. What are you doing over there? Wait. Bam, 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 bam. And the ant is gone. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Look, there's a dingo. Is it a dingo? Bam. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's impressive. That's a cool feature. Oh, and some moths drink human blood. Vampire moths feed on the blood of mammals, including humans. They can suck blood for up to 50 minutes. Well, fantastic. Wow, okay. Well, I don't like mosquitoes. I mean, they're cool. Everything on this earth is cool, but I mean, I don't like to have my skin pierced by like a living needle. Ah, cool. Well, I hope we don't, I don't want one of them near me. Squeaking. It's because he's got a squeaky toy. Speaking of disturbing pet facts, dogs like squeaky toys because they mimic the screams of their prey. There's a theory that they rip the squeaker out of the toy because as long as it squeaks, the dog thinks it's alive. Well, that's not too creepy. Dogs are very instinctual. Even the very domesticated ones, they still got their instincts. You swallow 1 to 2 cups of mucus every day. Why put the photo? That's over 22 gallons a year. Why put this photo? I don't want to see this man's nostrils. Yeah, okay. Nice skin pores. Mark. The average bed has between 100,000 and 10 million dust mites. Yes, well, but don't you worry, they just want to eat your dead skin. You know, I mean, that's supposed to be creepy, but that doesn't worry me at all. That's their job. That's what they do. You know, those little fish you put on in the fish tanks, they're like some sort of like sea snail, and they just eat all the stuff off the walls and they clean it. That's their job. They eat it, they enjoy it, they like it, they don't get paid, they just get to eat and they live in their life. I don't care about these things. They're just, you know, doing their thing. Fine, eat all the dead skin you want. Thank you. But I can see why people would be freaked out. On average, you secrete 26 gallons of sweat into your bed per year, which means you sweat a little over 1 cup per day on average in bed. But what if you had like an air conditioner constantly blasting and you're just not sweating at all? Wait, what? How long has my camera been off? Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't even notice. I must have put like an old battery in instead of a brand new one. Anyway, let's get back to it. 20% of coffee mugs have traces of fecal matter on them. Well, I mean, yeah, no matter what you do, you're gonna have some shit on your hands sometimes, right? Yes, I wash my hands. And in addition to that, 90% of coffee mugs are covered in germs. I think 90% of everything has something on it. But yeah, germs are everywhere. Germs aren't always bad. Finally, the dead outnumbered the living 15 to 1. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. In the 1968, the dead outnumbered the living roughly 29 to 1. Yeah, well, we are living a little bit longer these days, aren't we? Plus, obviously, it makes sense. You know, there's going to be many more dead people than there is people who are alive, because as we go on, everyone dies. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it did. And finally, Red Rooster just dropped a new range of sandwiches, and I need them all immediately. So there is some good news for Red Rooster's biggest fans or anyone who loves a good feed on the way home. Their Ripper Roll has made a comeback and it's here to stay. Now, if you're thinking, what the fuck is a Ripper Roll? Let me paint you a picture. It's juicy fried chicken with a crispy, crunchy coating, some herby, creamy mayo, lettuce, and a toasted sesame seed bun. It is not a sesame seed bun. Toasted bread roll, that's a Ripper Roll. And that's the end of the video. That wasn't part of the article, but I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, anyway, well, did you like this? Usually, this is a little bit different from the videos I usually do, but I did enjoy doing it. I had fun, and I'm sure I'm going to have fun editing it. So it's kind of like a little bit of a different thing, not necessarily super scary, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Let me know down in the comments, okay? Don't just leave. Don't just leave, okay? Actually tell me. Do you want more stuff like this? Anyway, take care of yourself, stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, and I'll see you next time. Good night.